Hey, Roger, so it seems like Bitcoin Core, the thesis around owning it is really that store of value. And it seems like you're making a pretty strong case that you want to use this as a currency. That's not something people are really talking about with Core. What is the inflection point where we're going to start seeing this? You talk about people are using it in Bangkok to buy coffee. When are we going to see it here in the United States? Because that's really something that could cause U.S. investors on their Coinbase accounts to start really thinking about it the way you're thinking about it.
It's already happening. So Coinbase is already accepting Bitcoin Cash for payments in their merchant processing platform. You can already buy Bitcoin Cash in your Coinbase account. You can spend Bitcoin Cash with any merchant that's accepting BitPay as their payment processor. It's already happening all over the world. And when you look at all these people that are busy trading digital assets, or let's take traditional stocks, the reason people trade traditional stocks is because these are companies producing a product and hopefully they'll have dividends someday and they're actually engaged in economic activity. When people say that Bitcoin Core should only be used as a store of value, well, what is it that you're storing if there's not anything that it can actually do? Whereas with Bitcoin Cash, people will be interested in using it as a store of value because you can spend it anywhere as cash, just like people use the U.S. dollar as a store of value because you can spend it anywhere as cash. And if you take away the spendability of Bitcoin Core, you destroy its usefulness as a store of value as well.
In terms of Wall Street's acceptance of Bitcoin Cash, Roger, how important is that to your thesis that Bitcoin Cash will gain that critical mass and maybe even someday surpass Bitcoin Core in market cap? I mean, are you looking forward to the day? Do you think if Bitcoin Cash futures were traded, it would help with acceptance? Things like the steps like that?
Of course, that's very important.
Are you lobbying?
I
mean, is there a way to lobby for that? Are you doing that yourself?
I'm sure there's lots of people out there lobbying it, and we just saw the Winklevoss exchange, Voss's exchange, launch full support for Bitcoin Cash on their exchange as well. So it's happening fast and furious around the world. Bitcoin Cash adoption is happening, despite all the names calling and vitriol that's happening on the internet. Bitcoin Cash works as money. Bitcoin Core sadly no longer does, and I have a fantastic example of that for anybody that's not sure. I received my very first Bitcoin ever from what's called a Bitcoin faucet, which is just a website that gives out a little bit of Bitcoin to anybody who wants it. That's no longer possible on Bitcoin Core, but anyone anywhere in the world who goes to free.bitcoin.com will get about 15 cents worth of Bitcoin Cash for free. That's possible on Bitcoin Cash today. That's impossible on Bitcoin Core. So I invite people to give both Bitcoin Core and Bitcoin Cash a try. And it'll be clear to them which one's useful as money and which one's not.
Last quick question, Roger. Got to get a prediction from you. Where will Bitcoin Cash be in a year? Where will Bitcoin be in a year?
I think both of them will be higher than where they are now, but I think Bitcoin Cash will have much, much more significant gains than Bitcoin Core.
You want to give us a number?
I think Bitcoin Cash will double by the end of the year. I think Bitcoin Core maybe will be up another 10, 20, 30%. That's just a guess, of course.
Okay. Roger, great to speak with you. Thanks for your time.
So what he's predicting is if Bitcoin Cash is doubling, we're seeing a $3,000 Bitcoin Cash, and he's not being too generous with Bitcoin. If you're going to talk about Bitcoin right now, which is around 8,000, if it's up 30%, maybe like a $10,000 Bitcoin. So I wouldn't really take his advice. The thing that I have been preaching, and I hope that you continue to do this, is just diversify. I obviously own a lot more Bitcoin than I own Bitcoin Cash, and the main reason is because of the market cap. We'll go ahead and just bring that up to kind of discuss that. So, Bitcoin, you still got 140 billion to Bitcoin Cash, which is only around 20 billion. So it's still 7 times bigger. Now, should your portfolio be 7 times bigger Bitcoin than Bitcoin Cash? Yeah, that's fine. Maybe 5 times or 4 times more. But it's a good idea to just own, at least when it comes to the top 10, and we'll bring that down. I don't think you can really, and wow, I cannot believe Tron just surpassed Neo. Interesting, guys. So yeah, I think that you can stay in the top 10, and for me, I got 60%, about 60% just Bitcoin and Ethereum, which may not be very diverse, but like I said, I feel comfortable with the big boys. I feel like there's less manipulation. And then, like I said, give me some Ripple. And unfortunately, I actually own less Ripple than I own more Bitcoin Cash and more Litecoin than I own Ripple. But I do own more Ripple than EOS, which could be good or bad. So at the end of the day, let them all argue and debate on what's better and store of value and all that stuff. Definitely follow the news, stay on top of this kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, my personal opinion is just stay in a diversified portfolio. You can't really predict this stuff, and I'm not really sweating. I mean, he did make the prediction that both of them will go up. So if you hold these currencies for over a year, the prices should go up. If you're even more long term, like 3 years or 5 years, you'll be fine. I mean, you don't need to worry. You can't necessarily know who's going to win, who's going to lose, and by having that diverse portfolio, you kind of protect yourself. And definitely try dollar cost averaging because it's hard to time the market. But anyways, let me know what you guys think of the shades. I think I'm going to do a couple more videos like this with different shades, and then I'll probably just go back to the old boring format. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I will talk to you guys soon.